Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be filming my May wrap up. So this is going to be a wrap up of all the books I read in May. I'm sorry if you can hear the fan in the background, but it's really boiling in the UK right now and I can't deal, so the fan is like always on. So yeah. First, for the May wrap up, I'm going to start out with books I DNF'd. And the main reason I DNF'd these books were because they were boring me. Well, two of them were boring me, but I'll get into them. So the ones that were boring me is The Authenticity Project. Like I said, I just DNF'd it because it was boring and I wasn't feeling the book. For the same reason I DNF'd The House by Simon Lellick. Same reason I DNF'd it, plus I didn't like the main characters in this, so DNF'd that one. I also DNF'd The One Memory of Flora Banks, but I actually have like a reason for DNF'ing this one. So the main character views herself as like being a 10-year-old because from what I understand, she like can't remember anything from after she was 10. So she still thinks of herself as being a 10-year-old, and she starts a relationship with this boy who's like 19. She's 17, but like she sees herself as a 10-year-old. He knows she still thinks of herself as a 10-year-old. And they start this romance, and I just thought it was very weird and creepy, as she is so young mentally. Like she doesn't act like a 17-year-old. So I DNF'd this just because of that, and because I don't know, the romance was just weirding me out. Yeah, so it just wasn't for me. I just felt disgusting reading that romance for that reason. But yeah. Now I'm going to go into books I read and I gave finger. So The Velveteen Rabbit, I read this and I really enjoyed it. It reminded me so much of my childhood. This isn't the book from my childhood, but it's such a cute copy, and it's basically the exact same story. I really enjoyed this and I gave it 5 stars, obviously. I read Date Me Bryson Keller. This was my favourite book of the month. I read this and then I read this again to annotate it. I absolutely love this book. I love all the characters. This book is my favourite book of May, and I think my favourite book possibly of the year so far. So yeah, I absolutely love this and recommend this to everybody that is watching this channel, and I gave it 5 stars. So cute, especially to read in June because it is a gay romance. So cute. Then we're going to go into Air of Fire by Sarah J Maas. So I didn't love this one. I actually didn't really enjoy my time with this one at all. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars or 3 stars. It might have been a 3-star book. This is where the series kind of went downhill for me. So yeah, 3 stars. It's nothing amazing. Then I read Queen of Shadows, and this really picked it up. This upped the series to a 4-star again. I gave this 4 stars. I actually really enjoyed this book and my time with this book. If the series keeps going like this, then it's good. But if it goes back downhill, I'm not gonna love it. So yeah, Queen of Shadows, I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. And that series is about a girl called Selena. She is an assassin's apprentice. I read A Sea Change and I gave this 2 stars, but I can't even remember what it was about. So yeah, can't even remember it. So that goes to show that I didn't really like this book and it wasn't really memorable. So yeah. Then I read Heartstopper Volume 4, and I love this book. I gave this book 5 stars as well. This is a graphic novel series about Charlie and Nick, and it's just amazing. This book is a lot more emotional and deals with more serious topics than the other 3 previous graphic novels. It deals with like eating disorders, self-harm and stuff like that, so yeah, do look at the trigger warnings before reading this, but it's amazing graphic novel, and if you can deal with the subjects then read it, but read the first 3 first because they're all amazing. But this, I think this is my favourite one. I'm not quite sure, but I think it's my favourite, and I annotated it like I do with all Heartstopper novels. So yeah, and then the final book I read was Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. I love this series, I love the characters, it's amazing. I'm not really in it for the main romance, like I don't really care too much about the main romance, but the side characters for me, like not even the side characters, like the supporting characters. So for me, I really enjoy Matthew. Matthew is my favourite character right now. I love him so much. Thomas, I really like Thomas. Alistair, I feel for him. Lucy, love her. Jesse, love him so far. Never did I think in a book I would ever ship a relationship between a ghost and a human, but this series is making that a reality. So yeah, I love this so much. I don't think it's topping the Infernal Devices though for me. I think they're still my favourite, but yeah, I did enjoy this and I gave it 5 stars. So yeah, so that's it for this video. They are all the books I read in May. I'm hoping to read more in June, but we'll see if that happens. Yeah, so that's it. I'll see you in my next video. Please let me know if you read any of these, because I'd love to know what your thoughts were on them too. Thanks so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.